It's time for GMA3. Breaking news, ready for takeoff. The FAA lifting flight restrictions at major airports with record Thanksgiving travel expected. Gio Benitez is tracking what you need to know ahead of the holiday. Grey's Anatomy star James Pickens Jr. revealing he has prostate cancer, what he's saying about his prognosis, and why he wants to share his message with other men. And it's a good time to start on your holiday shopping.
You're gonna love what we have. It's our best year yet.
We have deals and steals on some of Oprah's favorite things. There's something for everyone on your list at prices that can't be beat. It's time for GMA3.
From ABC News headquarters in New York City, this is GMA3.
Hey, I'm Maggie Rulli.
Good Monday to you, and I'm Janae Norman. So great to be here with Rhiannon and Allie, and we're so glad that you could join us today.
Yeah, start your week off with us. Coming up, did you know November is Lung Cancer Awareness Month? It is still the leading cause of cancer deaths here in the U.S. And Dr. Darian Sutton is here. He's going to tell us the early warning signs and also what people can do to reduce their risk.
Important reminder, because no, I did not remember that statistic. Yeah. Also ahead, Chef Anna Francese Gass is here to help with our Thanksgiving prep, keeping things easy with sheet pan recipes for your holiday table.
Which I'm very excited for, because this is a stressful holiday if you host yourself.
Very much so.
We'll be paying attention. We're going to start with the Thanksgiving travel forecast and the breaking news, the FAA lifting restrictions on flights as a record number of people are expected to travel for the holiday. Transportation correspondent Gio Benitez is at LaGuardia Airport in New York. Hey, Gio.
Hey, Maggie. Yeah, some really good news for travelers right now because the FAA has now officially stopped reducing those flights because of the shutdown and those air traffic control staffing issues. And you remember those images we saw. Take a look at this because those restrictions over the past few weeks caused days of chaotic scenes with flight reductions at 40 major airports in the country. We saw those long lines, more than 11,000 canceled flights. So a lot of passengers were really frustrated. But now airlines are expecting everything to be back to normal by Thanksgiving. In fact, some airlines like American and its regional partners say that they even plan to operate more flights than last year's Thanksgiving holiday. And by the way, I looked at yesterday's numbers. Those were before those reductions were actually lifted. And it turns out that we had just about 100 flights canceled. So it was a really good day even without that. So hopefully things stay like that this week, Maggie.
Hopefully, Gio. It sounds like some good news, but all this is happening as we're getting our first official Thanksgiving travel forecast, and it sounds like it's shaping up to be the busiest ever.
We are talking about another record breaker. Last year was a record breaker. Now we're looking at even more travelers. So take a look at the numbers because this came to us from AAA. And it looks like now like they expect nearly 82 million Americans to travel this holiday period. That's 1.6 million more than last year. So that makes it a new record. But I want you to remember, whether you are flying by air or whether you are driving to your destination, I want you to get going early in the morning because it's really in the afternoon when we see that heavy traffic and when we see some of those issues with air traffic control and weather and all of that. So give yourself the best shot by going early in the morning. Start planning that right now, guys.
It sounds easy, but planning is difficult.
Absolutely. And Gio, you didn't remind us to pack our patience, but we will do that also. Thank you very much, my friend.
Always.
Now to the rising cost of food, as the Trump administration says it's rolling back some tariffs in an effort to bring prices down. Elizabeth Schulze is in Washington with those details. Elizabeth, a lot of families would like to see a decrease in prices.
No question about that. Hey, Janae. Well, and after Democrats did successfully run on this issue of affordability in elections this month, the White House is now lowering tariffs on more than 200 foods. So this includes coffee, beef, and fruits. Those prices have spiked in the past year. These are foods the U.S. doesn't produce a lot of in big quantities, so they are more at risk from tariffs. When can people expect that much needed relief at the store? So analysts say prices for bananas or coffee could marginally come down in the next couple of months. Generally, grocery prices do adjust pretty quickly to tariffs because retailers can't stockpile them or they'll spoil. So some grocers, though, still might not decide to cut prices at all if they see that there's still a lot of demand for those foods. Couple other factors at play here, too. Think of the weather, for example. Beef right now is at a record high. We talked to the CEO of Omaha Steaks, who had predicted that ground beef could surge to $10 a pound in the middle of next year, up from about $6 on average right now. He says that the low supply of cattle in the U.S. means that those prices could keep rising even with these tariffs changes. So the bottom line is that these tariff rollbacks could slightly lower your costs, but as one economist told me, that will ultimately depend on what retailers think that they can get away with, guys.
All right, thank you so much, Elizabeth. Would love to see those egg prices down.
Yes.
Now to Monday night's big matchup. The Las Vegas Raiders hosting the Dallas Cowboys, playing their first game since the death of their teammate Marshawn Kneeland, and head coach Brian Schottenheimer remembering the 24-year-old.
He had the most playful spirit of any young man I've been around. His smile could take you to your knees. My heart is heavy. Our team's heart is heavy. We don't move on, but we do move forward.
Don't move on, but they do move forward. And joining us now to talk about that is ESPN Monday Night Countdown feature reporter Michelle Beisner-Buck. Michelle, thank you so much for joining us. I do want to start on a serious note and talk a little bit more about this, because obviously this is such a tragedy. How are the Cowboys handling Kneeland's death?
Yeah, I mean, you could see from Brian Schottenheimer there, they're obviously shocked. They're heartbroken. Nobody saw this coming at all. But Brian Schottenheimer, who is such a good leader of men, is doing a phenomenal job with making sure that the right resources are in place. You know, they're having breakout sessions, team meetings, grievance counselors, and just 5 days after Marshawn's death, they held a private vigil for staff, teammates, family, friends, so that people could grieve, but they could also honor his memory. And just like Mr. Schottenheimer said, you know, he had this infectious smile and this spirit. He was always known for excuse me, telling a good joke or dancing in the locker room. So it is an incredible loss. And they do play with heavy hearts, but hopefully that'll give them some extra motivation tonight to get the win against the Raiders.
Yeah, and you heard Schottenheimer also said we don't move on, but we do move forward. So from a football perspective, how big is this game tonight?
It's pretty big. It's pretty big for the Cowboys. You know, they're 3-5-1. It's not where they want to be, obviously, but they've got to get this win tonight if they even want to talk or think about the playoffs. You know, Jerry Jones made those two big trades right at the deadline, getting Quinnen Williams and getting Logan Wilson. Williams will start. Wilson is going to play, and they anticipate quite a bit. But the big question is are those pieces going to be enough? And then on the other side of the ball, the Raiders have got defensive end Max Crosby, who is just a nightmare for quarterbacks. So the Cowboys' offensive line is going to have their hands full just trying to keep Dak upright.
And this should be a really good matchup. But let's take a look back at Sunday. Tell us about some of the biggest moments from yesterday.
Oh my gosh, Sunday was so good. It was just the best day of football. The matchups were unreal. But can I be a homer for just a little bit? Born and raised in the Mile High City. How about those Broncos, baby? A statement game. They handled their business by beating the Chiefs. I mean, it's unreal. This is their 8th straight win. And they've got some key guys out. So for them to come in and get this handled is really impressive. They're now atop the AFC. They're 2 games up in the division. They dominate in the 4th quarter. Bo Nix is just clutch. And to quote Bo Nix, of his kicker who scored that game-winning field goal, he told Tracy Wolfson, Will Lutz is getting pretty darn good at those game-winning field goals. He did it again last night. And they are definitely changing the conversation in the AFC West. And just the AFC, they're good.
Yeah. Michelle, I
really good.
Michelle, I don't know if you know, but Rhiannon's a big Chiefs fan, and you are rubbing it in, girl.
I knew you were going to do that. I knew it. That was like a dagger, Michelle. Thank you so much. Congrats to your Broncos. Congrats. Michelle will have more about the Cowboys and how they are dealing with that tragedy that we just talked about on Monday Night Countdown on ESPN before the game. And you can see the Cowboys take on the Raiders on Monday Night Football right here on ABC and ESPN. The action starts at 8 Eastern. And coming up, Dr. Sutton is here with the early warning signs for lung cancer and what you can do to reduce your risk.
We are back now with the GMA Health Alert. November is Lung Cancer Awareness Month, and lung cancer remains the leading cause of cancer death in the United States. Many cases are found late because early symptoms can be subtle or easy to miss. So our medical correspondent, Dr. Darian Sutton, is here with what you need to know. Dr. Sutton, let's talk about those early warning signs that people should not ignore.
They shouldn't. And the most common warning sign or symptom associated with lung cancer are no symptoms at all, which is why screening is so important, and we'll touch on that. But for patients who are presenting commonly with symptoms of lung cancer or or concerns. Those that can include cough, sometimes weight loss that's unexplained, sometimes new wheezing, and sometimes obviously blood-tinged sputum or coughing up blood. Now that is a very red flag, a big red flag, but important to understand, again, most commonly, this does not come with symptoms at all. So that's why it's so important to talk to your provider about your risk.
That's really scary. And we know with many things, prevention is key. So
Absolutely.
what can people do to prevent the risk of developing it?
Well, the number one cause of lung cancer remains smoking. It contributes to nearly 80 to 90% of cases. But for every 5 people who are diagnosed with lung cancer, 1 has never smoked at all, which is why it's so important to understand that it's not just those who are smoking who are at risk. Also, really important here in the middle of your screen, testing your home for radon. Now, radon is an odorless and colorless gas that comes out of the ground, and there are some states that have higher levels than others. And you can order an at-home test very easily, or you can get an inspector that's a little bit more expensive. But that's the second leading cause of lung cancer. So important. Many people living in their homes might not realize their risk.
And somewhat unexpected as well. Dr. Sutton, if someone has some of these symptoms that you mentioned or they're at a higher risk, are there screenings available? What should people do?
Yeah, absolutely. There are screenings available. The most common form of screening is a low-dose CAT scan. That's that circular CAT scan. You just go in. It's about 15 minutes. And the reason why is, again, so that we can catch those cases early, because an early diagnosis most often has the best prognosis. And then, of course, avoiding smoking, living a healthy life and a healthy diet, but knowing your risks. Outside of smoking, outside of exposure to radon, also those who might have occupational hazards, those who live their lives in construction or product manufacturing. It's important also to talk to your provider because you might have risks that you're not aware of.
Yeah, wow. Dr. Sutton, thank you so much for that.
Of course,
So important.
And still coming up, the Hollywood legends celebrated with honorary Oscars as award season starts to heat up.
Back now with Pop News and Will Gantz. They kept us so far apart.
I know. They knew last time. They were like, don't seat them next to each other. The energy levels are too much. All right. Lights, camera, action, baby. We're 118 days out from the Oscars, but the Academy got the party started early last night at their 16th annual Governor's Awards, honoring Tom Cruise, Dolly Parton, Debbie Allen, and production designer Wynn Thomas. Allen was honored, of course, for her impact as a choreographer, dancer, and actress, and Cruise for his incredible stunt work and long-standing commitment to the theatrical experience. Those two taking the celebration to the dance floor. Their moves now going viral. And
he dances like my dad.
I know.
So good.
The dad move.
Meanwhile, Dolly Parton received the Humanitarian Award for working well beyond 9 to 5 with her ongoing philanthropy efforts. She was not able to attend, but she sent in this video thanking her friend Lily Tomlin, who presented her with the award, and the Academy, of course. Congratulations to all 4 of these very special awards recipients. Very well deserved. And the 98th Oscars will take place Sunday, March 15th, right here on ABC.
I can't believe Tom Cruise does not have an Oscar. That was his first.
His first
Really?
Oscar. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
But they are adding a stunt category, you know, in the upcoming Oscar ceremony. So that's, you know, another way for him to probably get a nomination.
You mean like hanging off a helicopter?
You know, you gotta do what you gotta do to get these awards, baby. That's why I did the bend and snap here last week.
That
Give Will an Oscar.
Thank you. All right, now to the men that get by with a little help from their friends. I'm talking, of course, about the Beatles. For the first time ever, their landmark anthology series will be available to stream, and we've got to look at the trailer. Check this out.
We were just a band. A great little band.
Now you can hear it from us what it was like to be a Beatle.
You know, everybody got into the mania.
The demand on us was tremendous.
With the anthology, we had the opportunity to get together in a new light.
Everything we did for good.
Nothing will ever break the love we have for each other.
The documentary series is the definitive story of the Beatles as told by the Beatles. It includes unseen behind-the-scenes footage of Paul, George, and Ringo coming together in the 1990s to work on the anthology and reflecting on their life in the limelight. The Beatles Anthology, the fully restored series, begins streaming on November 26th on Disney+. And now, a full circle moment for the one and only Glenn Powell, the Chad Power star, celebrating his first time hosting SNL over the weekend. During his monologue, Powell revealed that he was originally supposed to make his hosting debut 4 years ago for Top Gun Maverick. He was with his family when he got that call to host SNL, and Mitch, the UPS driver, was in the right place at the right time, even taking a selfie with the Powell family back in 2021 to celebrate the exciting news. But when the film was delayed due to COVID, his SNL appearance got canceled. So Glenn worried that Mitch, the UPS driver, was probably living for all these years, thinking that he lied about being asked to host SNL. Until now, here's what happened. Take a look.
My sisters tracked him down. Because the women in my family are terrifying. And they found the cell number of this UPS guy. His name is Mitch. So to prove to Mitch that I am not a liar, I flew him all the way to New York. And he thought it was a scam, but he still came. And he is sitting in the audience tonight. So let's give it up for Mitch, the UPS guy.
Glenn and Mitch even got together up on stage, taking another selfie to mark the occasion. Glenn went on to tell the audience, everything good takes time.
As we go to break, are you going to show them the bend and snap?
Again?
Yes, please. One more time. All right, coming up, favorite things.
Welcome back to GMA3.
Welcome back to GMA3. It's so great to have you starting your week with us. We are now going to turn to Grey's Anatomy star James Pickens Jr. He's sharing that he's been diagnosed with prostate cancer, as his character on screen also faces a cancer diagnosis of his own.
Actor James Pickens Jr. revealing that as his character, Dr. Richard Webber, revealed his cancer diagnosis on screen in the mid-season finale of Grey's Anatomy.
He gave me my biopsy results. I have cancer.
Off-screen, James was going through his own cancer journey, announcing he was diagnosed with a rare form of prostate cancer earlier this year.
I've been getting prostate exams since I was 41. I'm 73 now. And it was just part of my regular annual physical. And I just made sure I was on top of it. My family history is such that I had to keep an eye on it. My father had it, I think a couple of his brothers. I have some first cousins who had it.
Pickens, who's been playing Dr. Webber on the show for more than 20 years, underwent a prostatectomy to remove the tumor. These days, James says he's doing well.
I had my last PSA blood test results in September, and they came back as what they call undetectable. So at this point, I'm cancer-free.
James says he hopes his message reaches others, particularly Black men.
It's very prevalent in our community, and a lot of it goes undetected. So I wanted to do my little part to get the word out to say, go get screened.
Prostate cancer is the most common cancer after skin cancer for men, and the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Rates of prostate cancer are higher among Black men, and they are more than twice as likely to die from the disease compared to white men. James says prior to the diagnosis, he experienced no symptoms.
Early stage prostate cancer, the one typically detected with a blood test, really doesn't produce any symptoms.
Experts say prostate cancer screening is individualized, but can help find the diagnosis early.
Maybe we can stop a lot of unnecessary folks leaving here before they have to.
And James tells us that after his diagnosis, he actually brought the idea to Grey's Anatomy and asked if his character, Dr. Webber, could mirror his own cancer journey, saying he wanted to use his platform to start a discussion about men and prostate cancer. All right, now Rhiannon and Janae, looks like you guys might have some Christmas presents for me.
Oh, yes. Get ready to get shopping. It is time for Deals and Steals. Tori Johnson and Oprah Daily creative director Adam Glassman are here with great gift ideas from the new Oprah's Favorite Things list. I love when the two of you are here because you have the best
so much fun.
ideas.
It's great. This segment's sponsored by PayPal, and they're giving us the option to pay now or pay later this holiday. But right now, it is all about Oprah favorites.
I know. I want you to feel these Softies jackets.
Crazy soft.
This is a cocoon of coziness, as Oprah called it. They are super comfortable. They are lightweight. They're velvety soft. Look, you're pulling at the draw cord. Gives you a waist, flattering on every body. You wear this post-workout. You could wear this lounging around your house. You could do it over jeans. They are sensational.
Everyone's also saying, like, so good to just keep in the office because everyone's always breathing. But
and
you
on
don't
an
want to put on
airplane,
your
they're
big
good.
puffy coat. So you got one of these, all 50% off.
Yes, okay. Bathing is Oprah's hobby, truly. So we are always selecting the best bathing products. Margot Elena, the Lalia line is fabulous. Feel this cream, it's wonderful. Gorgeously packaged. right here, this bubble
It's so
bath.
classy.
It is so
Look at that
classy.
bubble bath.
This is the kind of stuff you want to leave out on your counter. You know, so many times we hide everything. This is fine to leave out. Great for gifting, great for stocking stuffers. Just pop this in.
Yeah.
Hand creams and shower gels. You
Good
name
prices
it.
too, baby.
Excellent.
Because it's all slashed in half, starts at $12.
Wow.
Really good. All right.
Okay, now we're moving on to readers because we like to accessorize with glasses. Oprah picks her outfits
These are fun.
based on her eyewear. Yes, put those blue ones on. They're really good.
Oh.
Bold,
I love it.
sophisticated, chic. Very nice.
Yeah.
And Janae, you need readers too, you told me.
I
So
do.
there are
I'm
some here for
eyeing
you.
some.
All strength. They're also great gifts to the friend who starts to, you know, really squint looking at a menu. And we all know
Yeah.
people like that.
Oh, yeah.
All 50% off. These start at $12.50.
Oh, that's a great
easy
deal.
to get some for yourself too.
Okay.
I know. I can see my hand.
You can see your hands. Well, now I want you to see these great travel accessories from Brooke. They keep you organized on the go. There's a little
super
jewelry
organized.
case right here.
Yes.
Lots of compartments for all your rings and necklaces and everything. Even has a mirror. And then this one right here I think is really smart because you can fit eyewear in here and
yeah.
necklaces and jewelry, and it keeps everything from getting scratched and tangled.
And these prices are insane.
Yeah.
Every option here is $10 or $15.
Look at that small.
Isn't it cool?
is
Yeah,
phenomenal.
it's great. And you just
For
put
the
it in your overnight
traveler,
bag. Yeah,
these are
it's
for her.
good. Okay, hot sauce is always in abundance at Oprah's house. Loves the heat and flavor. Spring's Fireplace is a new line. The peppers are grown in Long Island. There is no sugar added, no preservatives, low in salt. Really delicious.
And it's probably the gift that they don't already have.
Yeah.
And it's so bright and beautiful. Whether you do a bottle or the whole set, you're going to save 50%.
I love it as a hostess gift,
Were you
too.
scared to
Yes.
have us try it on live TV?
No, I didn't want to mess up the bottles because they're so beautiful.
Dog lovers love Pride and Groom. This is a great gift for them. These shampoos and conditioners are human-grade ingredients. They smell unbelievable.
This is great.
We
No, I
all
would love
use it for
this.
our dogs. We're obsessed with that one. We're also obsessed with this one right here.
Oh,
Because you can,
massage,
yes, you wash and massage your dog at the same time, and different options for shedding and non-shedding dogs.
Maybe
All
they'll-
half price.
half price.
All half
Yeah.
price starts at $10.
Okay, and then finally, Oprah really has been journaling since she's a little girl. She really does believe it can transform your life, as it has done for herself. So this is our new nightly reflections journal. I want you to look at
awesome.
it. 5 easy questions you ask yourself every
this is
day
great.
Oh,
to
yes.
take a pulse of the day. This is a gift for someone who needs change, wants to figure out their life, and find some joy
I
and
love
abundance.
the cards,
You
though.
do, I
There's
know.
this box of cards to either start or end your day or your family. Imagine these at the table. How do you limit yourself? Who do you wish you could spend more time with? Are you strong enough? Just bringing one question a night to the dinner table
Yeah.
with your family gets people talking and off the subject of like, just what'd you do today?
Yeah.
Which,
How
you
was
know,
school?
yeah,
Yeah, how
exactly.
was school?
Fine. Like these really kind of make you think. What are you most avoiding right now? What risk paid off? The questions are phenomenal. So
Yeah.
these cards, these journals, these are the way to go. All 50% off from Oprah Daily.
I love they're for really any age.
Any age.
Love that.
Any age.
Yes.
And Tori, you have even more deals for us from our holiday display. Tell us about it.
We love our windows, and you can save 50% off every single brand in the windows. We've got everything from dazzling jewelry from Daniela Swabe to orthotic footwear from Revitaline, 47 other brands. Everyone's oohing and eyeing. The windows look great.
One-stop shop for
You got
GMA
it.
deals and steals. Thanks to these great companies for all these deals. You can scan the QR code or head to gmadeals.com to check out all of these great products. And you're going to be back tomorrow with more deals.
Both of us.
we
More
can.
Oprah.
More of Oprah's favorites.
Yay, can't wait. Coming up next, keeping the holidays easy. We have Thanksgiving recipes that you can make on a sheet pan.
Back now with our countdown to Thanksgiving. It is just around the corner, and we're all about keeping the holiday as stress-free as possible. So we're using a sheet pan to make things easier. Anna Gass, you're the host of the series Instant Italian and author of the cookbook Italian Snacking. And Anna's here with us. We have a Thanksgiving side, dessert, and drink.
Yes.
And Anna, as a mom of 2 under 3, I'm desperate to keep this holiday as simple as possible. But you've also made it kind of fancy and simple at the same time. So we have a squash in front of us. What is this design, and how how do I make these beautiful cuts happen?
Okay, so you've probably heard of half-stack potatoes, which is when you take a potato and you make a whole bunch of slits in it. So I just applied this to a squash. And I love a sheet pan. Sheet pans just make things easy. They go in the oven, and then you don't have to use your hands. But to get started, you're gonna par cook this. Now what that just means is you're gonna put it in the oven for a little bit to get it soft, because you're not gonna wanna cut into this, right? Little salt, little pep. Now it comes out, right? And it's nice and soft, but not fully cooked. This is when you're gonna take a wooden spoon and start cutting. Yeah, and the reason the spoon is there, so that you don't cut all the way through. It stops you, right?
That's brilliant.
That is brilliant. See, sometimes I know what I'm doing. So what I love to do for the holidays is make a sauce. We all love a sauce, right? So it's butter and maple syrup. It goes in.
That's a good sauce.
Yeah, and we heat it together, really simple, and we get it in, and now it's gonna go back into finished cooking.
So you cut it, finish cooking, and then you get to add some extra special toppings?
Exactly. So it comes out. Always a little bit more sauce.
And more butter and maple syrup.
I mean, it's the holidays. It's one day.
Put a little extra swipe on that.
Exactly.
And now you have fun. Are these Christmas colors?
Yeah,
so cute.
Yes, or if you're Italian like me.
Oh, perfect.
And then you just sprinkle. Go have fun.
Fun. Is there a trick to the sprinkle?
No, you are a sprinkling pro. I love it.
Thank you. Oh, is this okay? Let's try the creation.
Okay.
This looks so good.
All right, you enjoy that.
We're
moving on.
also making a dessert, and it's not a pie, but we're using pie crust to make cookies, and you can get the kids involved.
Exactly, and use up all those bits and bobs in the fridge, right? Because you made all these desserts, and now you have all these little things. Store-bought pie crust. Any jam that you have, we're gonna spread that on. I love fig, but you can use whatever.
I love fig.
Right?
Good idea.
Yeah, a little bit of cinnamon. Here you go, Janae. You can put some figs. We found some walnuts in the that we
Make sure you
have.
add some of these chocolate
Oh my
chips.
God.
That's a request from Maggie.
I mean, sauce and chocolate. Those are the two best things, right? And then raisins. I have some gold in here, some cranberries, whatever. And then we're gonna wrap it up. So simple. Who can't do that?
There you go.
And boom, right?
So just like this on the pan.
Seam side down. We're gonna do a little bit of the egg wash, right? Because we want things nice and shiny. That's just one egg with some water. Sprinkle some beautiful little sugar.
Nice, Janae.
Look at that. You guys are such sprinkling pros.
And
look at that.
Like this. By the way, the squash is delicious too, the maple syrup and that, but I'm putting it down so I can try some from this.
And of course, we need a fun, festive holiday drink.
Yes. So this is actually a mocktail, but you can make it a cocktail. I was thinking the kids, all you're gonna do is take some apple cider, reduce it down with some cinnamon sticks. The whole house is gonna smell like the holidays.
Yes.
Right? Then you get it in glasses, add a little bit of sparkling cider, or if you want to do Prosecco for the adults, right?
Oh, yes.
And you can batch cocktail this, which means get a big punch bowl. Everybody can
I
have.
love that.
This
And you
is the
just-
holidays in a glass. And let's
little cinnamon stick?
Yes, let's again, now we're sprinkling but garnishing, you know, same thing.
Apple in there?
Yep.
Okay.
You guys are all hired. Thank you.
Yes, cheers.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Ladies,
I
we
love
are
how
ready to
easy these
host.
all
This
are.
is nice. All right, you can get these recipes on goodmorningamerica.com, and Anna's Cookbook Italian Snacking is out right now. Coming up, we're going to celebrate jazz legend and civil rights leader Nina Simone.
This is delicious.
Yeah, this is really good. With the apple pie cookie. Yeah, it's really good together.
That is a gorgeous shot out there. Look at that boat out on the river. Beautiful in New York City. We are back here on GMA3 celebrating Nina Simone, famous for jazz songs, including I Put a Spell on You, I Wish I Knew, amazing song. She was also a key civil rights leader in the 60s, and her North Carolina childhood home is being restored. Brent Leggs from the African American Cultural Heritage Action Fund joins us now to tell us more about it. Thank you so much for being with us, Brent. We have a first exclusive glimpse inside, and Brent, explain to us why her legacy is so important to preserve in this way.
Nina Simone is a global icon in music and culture. As you said, she used her artistry and talent to advance the civil rights movement. She is a notable historical figure, and she is deserving of having a singular place where her legacy will endure.
And Brent, I'm curious, why do you think that now is the right time to do this project?
It's important that we honor African American history as American history. And it was thanks to the leadership of Adam Pendleton Julie Maratu, Ellen Gallagher, and Rasheed Johnson. They had the foresight and the vision to help save the house in 2016 when it was threatened with demolition, and would partner with the African American Cultural Heritage Action Fund of the National Trust for Historic Preservation. And we're excited to be able to reveal 8 years of work in helping to restore her childhood home.
Wow, 8 years. Okay, so tell us some things that you learned about Nina Simone through this project, maybe some things that surprised you or you didn't already know.
I had no idea that Nina Simone was born in a 3-room, 650 square foot home in the historic neighborhood of East Side in Tryon, North Carolina. She was raised there with her parents and her siblings, and it was great for our team while working on the project to engage with community members that knew the early Nina Simone, and it was exciting to learn how they influenced her life.
Why did the organization get involved in this restoration? And what can you tell us about what we can all do to help with preservation efforts like this?
Our goal is to expand the American story through historic preservation and to preserve sites of Black American achievement and resilience. And this project was a centerpiece of that vision. The public, through our lens, we believe that that everyone in the public can become a preservationist through volunteering, donating, or advocating on behalf of historic sites across the country. And we hope that they will be curious about their own local history.
Brent, it is really fascinating because there is so much history and these ordinary structures all throughout the country. And it is important that we are reminded of all of that history that is right amongst us. So thank you for that reminder. It's a beautiful thing that you guys are a part of. So thank you. And we'll be right back here on GMA3. Thank you so much for joining us this Monday.
What a way to start the week.
Yeah. It was a ladies' couch to start the week.
Yeah,
I like this.
Have a great day, everyone.